you, Speaker, and to the Minister of Finance. Minister, just because you bury the facts doesn't mean that they don't exist. In the 40 boxes of gas plant documents received on Wednesday, May 29th, your government's appetite and plans to spend are evident on every single page. However, we have yet to uncover one document asking any ministries to reduce spending. There isn't one page devoted to any directive on saving money. Leadership starts at the top, and if the boss doesn't ask for restraint, it certainly isn't going to happen. In my two budgets as critic for finance, I have never seen any Liberal government actually look for ways to cut, waste, and excess spending. You only create new ways to fleece taxpayers, to cover up scandals and misadventures. What is in these documents proves that. You don't really have Ontario taxpayers' best interests at heart, do you? Minister, is there a corresponding document listing potential places to save money?
Minister of Finance.
Wow. So, Mr. Speaker, they're referring to documents that has no reference to the gas plants, and yet now they're using those documents to uncover things that are only talking about a proportionate amount of what it is we're doing. The member opposite should know this. Our program spending has been below 1% year over year. It is why we've been able to exceed our targets by $5 billion last year, $21 billion over the last 4 years we've been able to reduce. We've adopted many of Don Drummond's recommendations, and we dedicated a whole chapter in the budget around that, and we're well over 60% of those as well. The member opposite should also know this. 15 of the ministries actually spent less than they were budgeted for. They are doing their job. We're doing what's necessary to support the people of Ontario. And we look to you to also support us in trying to work for the benefit of Ontario. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker, that just doesn't wash. The first line of the document I'm holding in my hands that the minister has says, and I'm quoting, ministries were asked to develop the following non-tax revenue components as part of their 2013-14 results-based plan. So it came from an ask. Minister, your government shows every sign of being addicted to spending, and you need help. It's unbelievable that on the heels of a scandal costing taxpayers $575 million and counting, you and your government have the audacity to look to taxpayers to cough up more. This government is abjectly incapable of cutting costs. Last week, my colleague from Newmarket, Aurora, proposed a select committee to help you find savings, and he was serious. I have an idea. Here's an idea. The clowns that you've put in charge at Metrolinx could easily save $100 million if they didn't drop a half-kilometre of Highway 7 down into Thornhill and create a new St. Clair disaster. If you really want to control costs, try the Select Committee and try eliminating the Highway 7.
Thank you. Minister of Finance.
Well, my goodness, Mr. Speaker. The member opposite just cited Highway 407. Really? Highway 407? You're the team that sold the Highway 407. Get it right. It's 7.
Order. Order.
Stop the clock, please. I'm going to remind members two things. One, please refrain from calling people by their name. You have a tradition here that you either identify them by their title or by their riding. And the second thing I'd like to remind you of is anyone who makes any kind of statement that requires correcting, they can correct their own record, and we'll leave it at that. Minister of Finance, please finish.
407. So, Mr. Speaker, the members opposite gave away the 407, an annuity that today would have been great revenue source for the province of Ontario. Furthermore, it should be noted that Ontario is the lowest cost per capita government in Canada because of the steps and the initiatives that we've taken, and we'll continue to do that. But more distressing than that, Mr. Speaker, the members opposite are receiving material to the Justice Committee, material that we've openly and transparently provided because of the fact that they didn't want anything redacted.
Thank you.
And as a result, they're making reference to material that doesn't pertain.
Thank you.